Hello everybody, so today we are going to work on one of the most important pressure points in the body. That pressure point is stomach 36. Chinese name is Yusanli, and translation is walk 3 miles, 3 more miles, leg 3 miles. Traditionally they use this, weary travelers would use this for their legs. They get tired from walking and just get generally tired overall, so they would manipulate this point doing acupuncture to be able to walk 3 more miles or continue to travel. Location, if you run your finger up the tibia, you'll start to see right at the top, you'll feel at the top where it curves around, and you'll feel a pocket there. And that pocket is where that point lies. You want to make sure that your toes aren't pulled too far back or pushed too far forward, because it'll hide the point. So neutral position on the foot, relaxed. Now, I manipulate this using the thumb, and I would advise bending the thumb. If you go in straight, you could hyperextend the thumb, hurt your thumb. If you bend the thumb and reinforce, you can get into this point. And this point is a little bit deeper, so it's a little bit harder to find and a little bit harder to stimulate with just the hands. If that's not an option, you can't do that with the hands, that's okay. You could use the heel, and you could pull in from that position and push out a little bit on the leg to create that tension with the heel. Our legs tend to be a little stronger anyway, so it's a little easier to manipulate. You could also have the option, if you get a acupressure tool, you could use that to manipulate it. Or you could use, there's a lot of these electrical brands out right now. I'd highly advise getting one of them, and you could use that on the point. Typically it's anywhere from 30 seconds up to about 2 minutes on the stimulation. And remember, you do both sides. So do one side and then do the opposite side. You want to make sure that you're balanced as you go through this. You could also stimulate this entire line. So this is the bottom of the stomach channel in acupuncture. And one of the ways that you can do that is to go into the notch right at the ankle, use the heel, and slide up the tibia right to that point. Typically we're going to massage toward the heart. And you would want to make sure that this is not too deep, the stimulation. You could use the tools to do the same thing. You could use the vibration to do the same thing to get that point. You could also use stretching. So any stretch that would take the toes, point the toes, will start to open up that point. From easy to where you just point the toes to a more aggressive approach where you sit on the ankles to open that up. Now realize you have to do what you need to do to compensate for whatever your body is. If you have limitations, don't tear your body up trying to do what I'm doing. If you can't do that, there's options. The easier option would be just simply to point the toes. An exercise that you could do to help stimulate this point and in that channel, toe raises, and we see these in the Baduan Jin and the Yi Jin Jing, the two Qigong forms that we do, where you're standing on the toes up and down. That's a very good exercise to bring the blood and Qi to that area, to pull in that area. So this point, I say, is very important, if not the most important point in the body. It helps to strengthen and tonify deficient, weak conditions in the body. Helps to calm the spirit. It's great for immunity. It's great for immunity and great for relaxation. It relaxes the body, and I think that's done because it relaxes and regulates the intestinal channel and the stomach channel. So very, very important point. Also, if you're trying to clear any type of dampness, damp conditions in Chinese medicine, or any type of heat conditions, or any type of stagnation, that is the point to use. So that is stomach 36, Yusanli, and you want to start working that into your program. Try to hit that at least every day on both sides. Happy training.